Hey guys, welcome to another video. So today I'm going to just quickly go over the new additions to my fragrances. So I bought these fragrances from Sephora and Ulta when they were having that 20% off. So Sephora had that 20% off, specifically full size fragrances, and then Ulta had a 20% off that you could actually use on fragrances, which they have 20% off a lot, but they only do it a couple times a year where you can use it on, prestige brands. So just going to quickly go over these fragrances and um, let you know what I got. Okay, so first we have Mod Vanilla by Ariana Grande. So this came out towards the end of last year. And well, that's crazy. It is 2023 now. So the end of 2022. And she came out with two fragrances, a pink one, which was Mod Blush. I didn't really want that one after like looking at the notes. And also Claire and Bloom did a review on both of these. And between the notes and her review, I decided Mod Vanilla would be one that I wanted to get. And I did blind buy this. And so on Fragrantica, the main accords are sweet, vanilla, powdery, musky, floral, iris, coconut, fruity, lactonic, and nutty. And for the notes, the top notes are musk, pink freesia, plum. The middle notes are praline, orris root. The base notes are vanilla and coconut. I mean, this is a nice vanilla. It reminds me of Cloud, but not exactly. There's something else in it. Um, so, again, this is a haul. So I don't really have any real impressions on it except I like it enough to keep it. And I will let you guys know kind of as I wear it and play around with it, how I feel. So that is Mod Vanilla by Ariana Grande. Okay, next we have Jimmy Choo, I Want You Forever. I have the original Jimmy Choo, I Want You. I really like Jimmy Choo fragrances. If you've watched my top 10-ish fragrances, two of my top 10s, Jimmy Choo are in there. And my number one fragrance of all time is Jimmy Choo fragrance. I'll list that below so that you can, check that video out as well. But back to this one, I did blind buy this after looking at the notes and just knowing, how much I liked the original. Plus, I just like Jimmy Choo. I figured it wouldn't be a big risk for me. And I was right. I do like this. So, happy to have it in my collection. And I could see myself, already, thinking up things that I can wear this with. So the main accords are vanilla, sweet, cherry, almond, rose, nutty, aromatic, earthy, fruity, and amber. And for the notes, the top notes are rose, bitter almond. The middle notes are cherry, vetiver, and jasmine. And the base notes are vanilla, tonka bean, oak moss, and amber. And, again, I haven't worn this or any of these. But just right off the bat, I really do think this will be, one I'm happy with. And so I'm actually probably going to end up doing a review on like all of my Jimmy Choo fragrances. So stay tuned for that. But it's a really nice one. I think even if you don't like the original, you may like this one. And if you like the original I Want You, I think you'll like this one. So that is Jimmy Choo, I Want You Forever. Okay, so next we have Tom Ford Oud Wood, which for me is a surprise to my collection because I tend to kind of stay away from the Tom Ford, especially in these bottles because they're super expensive. Um, so I had made an order from Sephora, and it wasn't a fragrance order, it was something else. And I could pick out two samples, and I picked out this and I picked out Killian's Angel Share. And when they came, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll smell it. And I really liked this just from the sample. I mean, immediately when I put it on my skin, and it actually lasted a little bit, which is my other issue with Tom Ford is I feel like for what you pay, a lot of them don't last. Um, so, I hesitantly, added it to my cart and kept thinking about it. And then when that 20% came, I was like, okay, well, I could get the 30 mil and it's not astronomical and I'm getting some money off. And because of the type of fragrances is, you don't necessarily need a lot. So this 30 mil, between the fact that I have a bigger collection and you don't need a lot, it'll last me longer, because I'm not going to be spraying a lot of it. So the main accords are woody, oud, warm spicy, aromatic, vanilla, balsamic, fresh spicy, amber, powdery, and sweet. And then the notes are agarwood or oud, Brazilian rosewood, cardamom, sandalwood, vanilla, Szechuan pepper, vetiver, tonka bean, and amber. And again, just from the sample, I really enjoyed this and am very happy to have it in my collection. I don't have that many Tom Ford scents. So I'm, for a lot of reasons. But I really enjoy this. So I could see myself definitely, pairing this with quite a few things. And I also do plan on doing like a video on all of the oud scents that I have. So you'll see this again. Plus, I'm sure I will find some really good pairing for this. So that is Tom Ford Oud Wood. Okay, so next is Fenty by Fenty. So when Rihanna first announced this, I was excited, like just because I have some of her other fragrances and I really enjoyed them. Um, and then, it came out and I saw the notes and I was like, I'm not really sure because, you know, just the notes were not something that made me think, okay, I really want to get this. And then, I started watching reviews and people were kind of back and forth. And so I was like, okay. So then it came on, to Sephora for a limited time and they had the coupon. So I was like, okay, you know what? Sephora has a good return policy. I'll get 20% off. If I hate this, then, you know, I can always take it back. And I saw a video, and if I can remember, her name escapes me right now, but if I can remember it, I'll put it below, the link below. But she said something that made me be like, you know what, I'm going to take a chance. And she said that it was the dry down. Like, it was just okay to spray in the air. And almost even when you put it on, when she first put it on, she didn't like it necessarily. But the dry down of this was where it got her. So I was like, okay, forget it. I'm just going to try it. And so, um, she was right. Like when you first spray this, I was kind of like, okay, well, I guess I'll be taking this back. But I had already seen that video, so I was like, okay, just let it dry down. And that's when I enjoy this. Like the dry down on this is when I enjoy it. Do I love it so far? No, but I haven't worn it except to test it out that way. But it was enough that I thought, yeah, I'm going to keep this. That dry down on this is really sexy. And this is not one that, everyone's going to love. Absolutely not. But anyway, the main accords are rose, fruity, citrus, floral, musky, fresh spicy, patchouli, sweet, aromatic, warm spicy. And the top notes are blueberry and tangerine. The middle notes are Bulgarian rose, geranium, magnolia, and the base notes are musk and patchouli. So, for me, if I had have not seen that video, I probably wouldn't have taken the chance, but definitely one for me that you gotta wear and let dry down because that to me is where the true essence of what this fragrance is supposed to be is in the dry down. So we'll see if this becomes a love. Um, and I mean, it may not matter anyway because I think this is limited edition. Like it's already off of Sephora. Um, and I haven't checked Rihanna's actual Fenty site, so I'm not sure if it's on there. But that is Fenty by Fenty. Okay, and lastly, we have Burberry Hair Elixir. So I went and smelled Burberry Hair Elixir as soon as I knew it was coming out. So I knew I wanted it. It was on my list. I like Burberry Hair Elixir. I do like Burberry Her Elixir Intense better. And I mean, that made my top 10, which again, I'll link that video below. Um, but I like this. I really do. So this was not a blind buy at all whatsoever. It was just, okay, with the coupon, you know, I can go ahead and get it. So Burberry Hair Elixir, the main accords are fruity, sweet, vanilla, amber, powdery, white floral, and woody. And the notes. The top notes are strawberry and blackberry. The middle note is jasmine. And the base notes are vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. And again, not at all a blind buy. I like Burberry Her. I have the original, the Intense, and now this. That London and the yellow one and the EDT, I didn't care for those, but I do have, the original, the Intense, and then this one. So this is just a nice Burberry Her. It really is. If you, to me, I've heard people say this smells exactly like the Intense. I don't think this smells exactly like the Intense, but this is nice. And it does take away some of the things that I've heard people say about the original Burberry Her, like that make them, not love it. I think this does a good job of repairing those, but I don't think this is better than the Intense to me. But glad to have it in my collection, especially because Intense isn't, you can't find it anywhere. And I'm babysitting my little 1.7 mil because you can't find it anywhere. So, um, I think if there's some things about the original Burberry Her that you don't like, try this one. If you're sad like me because Intense is gone, I mean, this is a substitute, but again, I don't think it's better. But I do enjoy it, glad to have it, and that is Burberry Her Elixir. Okay, guys, so that is my fragrance haul. I just wanted to kind of show you guys what the new additions to the collection were that have been recently added. Again, I haven't worn any of these extensively, so this is more of a first impression for all of these except for Burberry Her Elixir. I kind of know that one. But so for this month, I'm really going to focus on going through my fragrance collection and doing reviews for you guys and some favorites, just so that, I can get those out there as I try to grow my channel. I really want to give you guys kind of a sense of, you know, things that I like to pair with and then fragrances that I like. I'll also continue to do, some layering videos. And I actually just put out a DIY on how to make your own fragrance. So, check that out as well. And I will also link that in the description box. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you at the next one. Bye.